Hi, welcome back to Unit 4. This is Section 7, Lesson 1, and the first video for this lesson. This is Ms. Clemens Brenton, and in this video, we'll look at how to find the volume of triangular prisms. To find the volume of a triangular prism, it's much the same as finding the volume of a rectangular prism. So remember, for a rectangular prism, we said we would find the area of the base and multiply it by the height. The same goes for triangular prisms. So we would find the area of that triangular base first, and then we would multiply it by the overall height of the figure. To find the area of a triangle, it's the base times height divided by 2. So remember, the base and height are found wherever that 90-degree angle is formed. That's where the base and the height intersect. So in this case, the base is 6, the height is 4, so we would multiply those two numbers and then divide by 2. So the base of that prism has an area of 12 meters squared. To find the volume, we would take the area of the base and multiply it by the height of the figure. So if the area of my base is 12 meters squared, the height goes in the opposite direction. So the height of the overall prism will be perpendicular to the base. So the height in this case is 12 meters. So 12 times 12, because 12 is the area of the base, times 12, which is the height, and I get 144 meters cubed. Again, volume is in cubic units, so remember to put in your meters cubed. Example 1. The base of a triangular prism has an area of 17.5 millimeters squared. Find the volume of the prism. So remember, to find the volume of a triangular prism, or a rectangular prism for that matter, it's always the area of the base multiplied by the height. So for a triangular prism, the base is always the triangle. That is the shape that would repeat if I was to slice that figure multiple times. So looking at that triangle, they're telling us that the area is 17.5 millimeters squared. So if they didn't state that in a question, you can always tell that because the units are squared there. So that indicates that it is area. So I would take that number, because that's the area of the base, so 17.5, and multiply it by the overall height of my figure. So if my base is right here on the top, then my height, or the length of my overall figure, will go in the opposite direction. So it will be downwards. So the height here is 7, and I get 122.5 millimeters cubed. Because again, we're talking about volume, and volume is always units cubed. Example 2. Find the volume of the triangular prism. To find volume, it's the area of the base multiplied by the overall height. So when I look at this figure, again, the shape of my base is a triangle. So I would need to find the area of this triangle because they're not giving us the area. To find the area of a triangle, I would say base times height divided by 2. Look at your triangle and determine what the base and height are. So look for your 90-degree angle. And the two sides that meet at that 90-degree angle are the base and height. So there's one here, which is 4.5. And the side here is actually parallel to this side over here. So it's 8.5. So I can write in 8.5 there. So 4.5 times 8.5, and I would divide that by 2. And I get 19.125. So now to find the volume, I take that number because that's the area of the base, so 19.125, and multiply it by the overall height of my figure. So here on the bottom is my base, so the height would be going in the opposite direction of that. So this side here is parallel to this side, which is 18.5. So 19.125 times 18.5, and I get 353.8125. I'm going to round this off to one decimal place. It doesn't say that, but I'll do that here. So it would just be 353.8, and we're talking about inches, and because it's volume, it's inches cubed. So the volume would be 353.8 inches cubed. Please proceed to the next video in this lesson.